Meanwhile, the former president will be in Austin, where he's set to appear on Joe Rogan's podcast before heading to a Michigan rally. One of the comments Trump made, though, is getting some reaction today. Let's play it.
We're like a garbage can. You know, it's the first time I've ever said that. And every time I come up and talk about what they've done to our country, I get angrier and angrier. First time I've ever said garbage can, but you know what? It's a very accurate description.
Let's bring in CBS News political correspondent Caitlin Huey-Burns, who is covering the Trump campaign. Caitlin, I'm old enough, and I'm giving away my age here, to remember when President Carter used the word malaise when describing, and I think it was Carter. If anybody is going to fact check me, I think it was general malaise was the language that President Carter used when I was a kid. I remember even as a child, everyone, all the adults, talking about it, and it seemed to really anger people in this country. And when Governor Ronald Reagan came onto the political scene to make his run for the presidency, his vision of America as a shining city on the hill appealed to a lot of people, and that led to Jimmy Carter being a one-term president. Here, you have a former president of the United States saying that the United States is a garbage can. I've never heard a former president, anybody in politics ever refer to this country as a garbage can. How are people reacting?
Well, Vlad, remember, this is also a former president who used the term American carnage during an inauguration speech. This is pretty consistent with the rhetoric that Donald Trump has been using over the course of nearly a decade to describe the conditions that he sees in this country. And this has been a consistent theme as he's been campaigning on immigration, especially leaning into that issue here in the border state of Arizona, for example, where he made those remarks yesterday. But you're right to note that this was an escalation of that rhetoric, as he said, as you heard him say. That's the first time he said that, and that essentially seemed like an off-script remark, but again, consistent with the messaging. And this is really the closing argument from the Trump campaign. Yes, the economy hovers over everything this election, but immigration is the closing pitch for the Trump campaign. And here in Arizona, it's really fueling his support. He has a slight edge over Harris here in our CBS News polling, and that's really due to voters' views on immigration. Check this out, Vlad. A majority of voters here in Arizona support his mass deportation proposal. And that's also consistent with a majority that we've seen across the country in our polling, also supportive of that proposal. So as we talk about the themes of this election, that speaks to the closing argument on immigration that he's been making, not only in border states, but really across the country. We'll see if that is enough to motivate voters in his favor in the other battlegrounds as well.
Yeah, that language isn't just relegated to calling the United States a garbage can. Meanwhile, the standards that the Harris campaign has held is higher because people are concerned about her word salad of responses. Meanwhile, you've got a president yesterday in Donald Trump who vowed, should he be elected, to fire the special counsel Jack Smith. Now, his attorneys are also taking new action against the special counsel. What can you tell us about that?
Remember, Jack Smith is the special counsel who brought 2 federal indictments against the former president, one on election interference, the efforts to try to overturn the results of the 2020 election, and the other of withholding classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate. The big highlight here is this raises questions about what Donald Trump would do if he is elected in terms of selecting an attorney general, because Jack Smith's fate would really be up to the Justice Department. So this is starting to kind of shine a light on what kinds of decisions Donald Trump could make if elected in terms of picking his team for the Justice Department. It also, of course, is kind of the most direct response yet that he has given. Of course, it's no surprise he doesn't like Jack Smith. It's no surprise that he would want him to be gone if elected, but this was his most direct argument yet.
All right, Caitlin Huey-Burns reporting from Tempe, Arizona for us this morning. Caitlin, thank you very much.